mixed with Sprite. I've been smoking weed all night. I'm flying like a kite. I be turned up every night. I got Miley mixed with Sprite.
What is going on? How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of You Guessed It, You Can't Make This BS Up. What's going on, my no bullshit crew? Yes, I am glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. Damn, it's been almost 2 weeks since I heard from y'all. I want to say thank y'all so much for the support for the last podcast episode we put out with Miss Nancy Doss. Oh my God, that lady was crazy, wasn't she? Grandma wasn't taking no prisoners. And y'all need to check both of those that series 1 and 2. This is kind of like a anniversary 50th episode type of thing for y'all as my subscribers. I had an old podcast called Joe's Crime Stories back in the day before I gave up doing true crime the first time because I just really wasn't good at telling the stories and stuff of that nature. But this was one of my first ones that got a lot of play. And this is about the Raheem Grant and Sierra Harp story. Okay. Now, the suspect in this case is Sierra Harp. The victim in this case is Raheem Grant. And Raheem Grant went by the rap name Red Beazzy. Sometimes people call him just Red. But the dude was a talented rapper. He was making a lot of noise, especially around 2015 to about 2017 around Atlanta. He was about to be the next up. Along with Dobie, Shorty Low even blessed him on a couple of tracks of his talent of being not only a rapper but a producer slash engineer. But anyway, what happens when you are so used to being successful, so used to being able to just live life freely with the support of your mother being your best friend and your music always being your side piece, and so focused that you've never had to worry about no one ever standing in your way until you run into someone who you tried to help out and they turn around and become a thorn in your side to the point that your life will never be the same again. Well, this is the story of what happened with Raheem Grant when he met Sierra Harp. So let's jump into today's episode, which we would call Recorded Rage: The Demise of Raheem Grant by Sierra Harp. Let's jump into this. So here it is, December 29th, 2017, Clayton County, Georgia. 28-year-old aspiring Atlanta rapper, government name Raheem Grant, aka Red Beazzy, he lies, taking his final breaths on his apartment floor. He is bleeding. He has been hit 7 times. That's right, 7 times. And while he has been hit 7 times, his 2-year-old daughter, Angel, is looking confused, horrified, and worried at the same time because she knows something is wrong with her daddy because her hero, her protector, is not in the best of moods that he normally is. He's not happy. He's not smiling. He's not jumping up and down. He is actually crawling and pleading to see her one last time. But there is someone in the way from that to keep Angel from seeing her daddy. In fact, the person that's in the way of this is screaming at Red Beazzy, telling him, look at what you have made me do. And that killer is the mother of his child, Sierra Harp. But there is something that Ciera does not know, is that Raheem got an ace up his sleeve that is going to show that within those 13 minutes, who she really was and how her real monstrous behavior was the last thing he saw before he took his last breath. Again, this is a story of jealousy, passion, and murder, all caught on camera. But to understand this, you got to understand the characters involved. It's a piece to Raheem Grant, aka Red Beazzy. And right now, let's talk about how Red Beazzy got his started. See, Red Beazzy was born in 1989 in Fayetteville, Georgia. Now, he had a close family. His mother's name was Geraldine Grant Bryson. Now, I really don't know too much about his father, but I do know that at 3.5, his mama knew that her baby had talent. Not only was he already rapping at that age, but he was dancing, getting it in. Now, mom took that and talked to her baby, and Raheem told her from the get-go, Mama, I want to be a superstar. I want to be a rapper, entertainer. And she was like, baby, bet, let's do this. Now, he was also on Star Search sometime in his, if I'm not mistaken, in some of his earlier times of entertainment. He also was in a little childhood group, little children's group where they did hip-hop dances and stuff like that. This guy was talented. Like, his mama knew that her baby was everything that he could be when he set his mind to it. Now, he had a sister named Lavanya Williams, who also later admitted that, yeah, even though her brother wasn't perfect, but one thing she did know is that music was his salvation, and being an entertainer is everything that he wanted to be. By the time he turned in his early 20s, Raheem became a marketing musical genius. If he was not hanging with his family and getting close to his mama and spending time and cherishing his mama, he was in the studio with his close friends and his musical colleagues, and he was either producing music or making music or writing music or creating music. Either way it goes, this man lived in the studio, and his name was ringing bells all through Atlanta. Anytime you said the word Red Beazzy, people would tell you right quick, that's Geraldine boy. Yeah, we know who that is, man. He gets it in. Now, on the other hand, while we have one young man or young person got their mind focused in trying to get to the next level in life, we have another one that did not have that type of energy going on. Sierra Harp. Now, she was born around about 1988. And though sources say from her uncle Ted Thurman, which is her mother's brother, that her environment was very toxic. Now, her mother, Adrian Thurman, she did everything she could to try to be a disciplinarian, steal responsibilities, and try to raise this girl right. But they said Sierra wanted to always go left. When I say left, they said that she liked to create chaos and drama ever since she was a baby. They say anytime she could get something started that could cause a disturbance in somebody's life, she was down for it. In fact, her mother even said, and we'll talk about this later on into this whole story, whenever you wanted chaos and trouble to follow, no doubt, all you got to do is look at Sierra, and it's happening. By 2013, 24 Sierra, she is working as a nightclub promoter in Atlanta, right? She is just trying to look for a come up. She done been trying to rub elbows with stars and stuff like that, but she also had one eye on one particular rapper, and that was Red Beazzy, aka Rahim. And she had already told a lot of people, if I ever cross paths with him, I am going to do everything I can to get in his inner circle. And that's exactly what she did. So while she is there, she runs into Rahim, and boy, she asks for an autograph and immediately asks for this job. And Rahim was impressed by this young lady and decided, all right, yeah, you can promote my shows. Why not? I mean, it makes it easier for my mom, it makes it easier for my team, and that way, that's less things we got to worry about. But guess what? As soon as he did that, everybody said that this girl started latching on like the leech she was. They said every time this man went some way, it was who? You guessed it, Ciera. Anytime he trying to do any type of business dealings, promotion, show, she's all over the place. After party, she there. In fact, in 2 months, there has been several rumors about how she got pregnant. Now, here is one. One rumor has been said that she told friends that Ciera allegedly spiked Raheem's drink one evening with some unknown drug, got him feeling all good and ready to go, and had unprotected sex, and they had it, and she got pregnant with Angel. Another thing she told people was that she said, they were getting hot and bothered. He young man, he liked what he's seeing, he feeling good, and she got a condom provided for him that she said she already had poked holes with a pin all through the condom where he couldn't see it in the pack. And by the time they got ready to do what they do and he did what he did, she knew she was guaranteed to get pregnant. And then some people said she said a combination of both. But either way it goes, their daughter Angel was born in 2015. Now, at first, it seemed like it was a real passionate thing. Promoter, young girl, really care about Red Beazzy, supportive like baby mama. But even his mama was fooled at first. And then when she finally started asking him, well, what's the deal with you and this girl, Sierra, son? Because, mama did kind of like Sierra, thought she was a good promoter, a good mother so far. That's when Red was like, Mom, it ain't even like that. I don't even remember even having sex with this girl like that. All I know, I woke up, I'm in the bed, and next thing I know, she tell me she's pregnant. But I'm gonna do what I gotta do because this is my baby, but I'm not trying to be with her like that. I'm just trying to take care of my daughter, co-parent with her, and move forward in this music business. And so I just hope that sooner or later she'll get the memo that we are not the same. Well, soon Angel being born, it has became clear to Sierra that Rahim was not on the same page that she was on. He really looked at her just that, baby mama. Okay, no more, no less, aka my promoter. And Sierra started acting out by slashing his tires, busting out his car windows with a brick, while the baby was in the back seat of the car. One day, she even showed up to the studio, his friends say, and dragged him by his braids. Do you know how diabolical you gotta be to drag a man by his braids? Buddy, she got to be on one. Now, Rahim was just going back and forth to his mama saying, Mom, I don't know what to do. She won't leave me alone. And if I take Angel, Mama, she say she'll kill me. Raheem's mother, Geraldine, was like, look, this is dangerous, son. But I tell you what, this is what you need to do. If anytime that girl start acting the damn fool, get your phone out and start and hit record and lay it down somewhere where she can't see that it's recorded. And by the way, son, I need your cloud access. So that way, if something ever happened to you or something ever happened in this type of situation, we can get the cloud access to give to the police. Mama must have been a prophet because, buddy, she did not know what she told her son was going to be very valuable in the near future. Now, as a devoted dad and everything that you could talk about as being a musician who was talented and a producer, he just got tired of his baby mama shit. Okay. And in fact, he was to the point he had confided his mama, I'm going to seek full custody by 2017 because I don't trust my daughter with this damn fool girl because she be flipping. She be acting crazy. Every time I turn around, any woman come in my face, anybody that I deal with, it could be my damn cousin. She think I'm messing with this woman. I'm out. I can't do this. And even if I was, we are not together. We are co-parenting. So with that being stated, on 2017, in December, that's when it all went crazy. Because see, Raheem decided that he wanted to have company over. And it's a girl that he usually smoked with or whatever. Because, Raheem liked to partake in the chronic type of life, 420. Anyway, he's up there getting his smoke on, chilling or whatever. So the girl sees Ciera and says hello to Ciera. Ciera says hello back, but she could feel there's some tension in the room. So while Raheem is talking to this girl in general, telling her about his plans, moving forward with his music game, life, his daughter, the usual friends talk about while particularly in smoke. Ciera all of a sudden wants to talk to Raheem. Raheem goes over to talk to her. She starts tripping. I feel disrespected. You got this, So old girl was like, listen, man, if it's a problem me being here, Raheem, I could leave. Raheem like, nah, man, you good. She just tripping. Don't worry about it. So he goes back to partaking smoking. Here comes Sierra again, this time being very more and more belligerent to the point that this girl really felt uncomfortable and said, I am leaving. And that's when Raheem was like, yeah, man, I'll catch up with you later. After that happens, that's when Raheem basically told her, listen, Ciera is over. Pack your shit. You gotta go. I'm gonna get custody of my daughter because I don't trust you. You're crazy. All right? You got problems. And that's when that's when the neighbors started hearing all this screaming and carrying on and gunshots galore. So before you know it, December 29, 2017, this woman is screaming, talking about, help, I've been stabbed. My man tried to kill me with a knife. So the neighbor freaking out, she called the police. The police come into this apartment. They see this man shot up 7 times. 4 times shot in his upper and lower back, 4 times in his arms, and then top of his head execution style. They like, what? They see this push knife bloodied all across the floor, and they found his phone. Ciera immediately claiming self-defense. She said that Raheem stabbed her first. She grabbed her 380 and just went to work. Now, again, the police is hearing the story, but they're finding some problems because her wounds don't match this story. It looks too superficial. And if you don't know what superficial means, it looks like it's something that you did yourself or something that you assisted yourself in doing. That's why they say superficial wounds. So they looking at all of this and they go to find this phone. So they get the phone or whatever have you, collect evidence. Meanwhile, they're talking to Raheem's mother and she is devastated. She is so devastated. And they said, well, ma'am, Ciera is saying that your son tried to attack her and it was self-defense. Mama is like, yo, I'm telling y'all now, my son didn't do that. She said, my son did not attack this woman, but if you got his phone, you will find out what's going on. So meanwhile, mom is trying to get this passcode, but she found out that I guess in between the last time that she talked to her son about giving her the code to his cloud, he must have changed it and gave the code to Ciera. because, you know, when you got a controlling woman like Ciera, she wants to have control of everything. So here comes the phone being locked for weeks, Ciera playing the victim to they finally talk her into like, yo, we need to get this passcode so we can find out what's on his phone to clear you out the back. Well, Ciera, thinking that she gonna be cleared because she done told them it's self-defense and they ain't letting on that they don't believe her, she was like, all right, here's his code. Boy, as soon as they unlocked that phone, that cloud came going on and they started getting all this stuff downloaded, and it shows a video of Ciera, 4 videos actually. Ciera shoots him slowly and methodically over 13 minutes. They even show him begging for water, even to hug his daughter. And he even telling in the video, y'all see this? This is what this bitch did to me. And Ciera curses that she doesn't care if she goes to jail for life. She just want his ass dead. Now, as this goes on, that's when they go and look at notes at the autopsy. Shots from behind the head, oh, that's no self-defense. That's automatic murder. Ciera staged stab wounds after? Oh, God, yes. You know what it is. That's definitely superficial and some fake shit. So, with that being said, they decided that it was time to arrest old sweet Ciera on February 22nd, 2018 for malice murder and aggravated assault. Now, I hope you know that in Georgia, the state of Georgia, they don't do felony murder or fourth degree murder. It's just malice murder. And when they say malice murder, that is automatically usually a life sentence. So as that goes on, it is time to get prepared for trial, right? Meanwhile, you got this woman trying to play the part that she is the victim. She's trying to tell everybody that Raheem was abusive, controlling. He was the this and he was that. But no, sir. Geraldine Grayson Grant Bryson wasn't hearing that shit. She was standing on business in the courtroom and also in these interviews. She was like, my son was trying to leave that crazy ass woman. Okay, I don't want to told him to record. All right, I don't know what you think this is, but this is no way you going to destroy my son's legacy. And after the testimony of her own mother saying that she was a manipulator, liar, chaotic, and batshit crazy, they found this girl guilty on June 2019, 125 years, plus additional 5 years for the murder weapon. You can't make this shit up. They gave her 125 years. Fast forward now to 2025. Now, this is around about February, right? Well, things has changed because Sierra Harp now is trying to get a new trial because she's trying to say, hey, there was some things that was biased and stacked up against me, that I'm the victim here, not Raheem. I was doing self-defense. So, you know, they have those appeals of the evidentiary hearing. Well, it sent Black Twitter in the meltdown because Raheem's own blood sister, LaVanya Williams, who testified that her brother was a good man, even though he made some mistakes for the prosecution, now all of a sudden is backing up the woman who killed her brother by saying, y'all don't know what she went through. My brother mentally abused her bad. I'm only here because the truth gotta come out. And let's say that Geraldine Grant Bryson, her mama, and Raheem's mother, once again, snapped and stood on business and said the following. This crazy ass woman done brainwashed my daughter because my daughter is mad because she couldn't get custody of Angel. My son is dead and they still trying to kill him again. Almost like, I'll be damned. So as of November 2025, there's some that says, as I did my research, that her appeal was denied for a new trial. Some saying that it has not been ruled yet. I will make sure as soon as I get an official update if she's going to get a new trial or not. But I doubt she is because Ciera did too much to the victim. She bragged to everybody she was going to kill him. Bragged to everybody that she wanted to have a baby with him and got him to get her pregnant in the most fucked up way, drugging him / putting holes in condoms. I believe it. And also, too, I also believe that she really was having a hard time dealing with the fact that she did all that planning and he was not going to commit to her relationship wise, that he basically looked at her as a baby mama, somebody he hooked up, had good sex with. Maybe the shit was so bad because he don't remember, and he just want to move on and take care of his daughter. So the lesson of this story is this for a lot of people: be careful how you try to get someone to be in your life, because the way you have to lie and be conniving to get them in your life is the same way you gotta be to keep them. And 9 times out of 10, it ain't gonna work, because sooner or later they're gonna read right through it and they going to treat you just what you really are, a piece of shit. So I am so glad that this woman is in jail for 125 years. What she did to Red Beazzy was fucked up, killing him in front of his daughter. I'm glad that his daughter is with his mother. I hope, Miss Bryson, I hope you stay standing on business, because your son loved you, because you was a hell of a mom and a hell of a best friend. And for his sister, I hate to say this about this woman. I don't hate to say it. She ain't shit. To flip on your brother like that while he in the grave, all because you can't get your niece, you should be a fucking shame of yourself. And even if he was like that, you have no right, no right to go against your family like that. She killed your brother, man. Fuck that. I don't give a damn. That's my brother. I'm standing on the side of my brother, because blood should be thicker than water. And I believe in that. That's just me. But anyway, y'all drop in the comments. Tell me what y'all think about this story here. Again, y'all, thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. Do me a favor. If you got any case suggestions, look on the description down below. If you like this one, please comment. Give me a 5-star rating. It helps out with the algorithm on Spotify or whatever platform you are listening to. And again, I appreciate everything you guys do. Continue to support the channel, and whatever you can, do me a favor. If you can, do me a huge favor. Be careful who you let in your inner circle, because everybody is not always what they appear to be. And remember that, because I don't want you to be on the next episode of You Can't Make This BS Up. Until then, I love my bullshit crew. Y'all know what it is. I'm out.